Hello and welcome to Decoding the New Economy. Today I'm joined by Simon Raike-Allen, Chief Technology Officer of MYOB. We're going to discuss some of the transitions from going from a box product to a cloud product, some of the challenges for the accounting and bookkeeping professions, and some of how the Internet of Machines and APIs are working to create communities around products like MYOB. Thank you very much for joining me, Simon.
Thank you. Thanks, Paul.
So to kick off, first of all, you've released a whole range of new products recently that are moving customers onto the cloud. How have you found that?
It's been a very exciting journey. Our customers are absolutely loving it. The cloud has amazing benefits for small business. And for 22 years, we've had desktop products that were, you sit in your business. Over the last 3 or 4 years, we've started moving them all to the cloud. And so now our small business has a real opportunity to choose from a variety of products that can help them take advantage of cloud and the related technologies. It's pretty exciting. So we have two main cloud products. One is called AccountWrite, which is a desktop interface to the cloud, and the other is Live Accounts, which is a web-based interface to the cloud.
Yep. Right. For MYOB, I mean, you've been a dominant in that in certain sectors of the market as a box-based product. Must have been a big challenge within the company of moving from that box-based product across to the cloud.
Yeah, it absolutely has been. It's been a really interesting journey. We've been on it for about 3-4 years now. We've been converting the company to a cloud company.
Yeah.
And that's a journey across many different aspects. It's it's across our boxes.
Yeah.
Right. Moving from CDs to online delivery of software. Although we did always offer downloads for many years.
Yeah.
But it's also a cultural journey, and that's been really exciting for me in particular. I love seeing how people start to think differently when the stuff is in the cloud. Because having things in the cloud opens up the opportunity for your employees to start slicing and dicing and putting together the data you have and the products and the capabilities you have in different ways. So once you've got some data available in the cloud, well, you can start to construct other products and start to bring data in and combine data from different places. And so it actually opens up the innovation curve of what's possible.
Now, you've got a huge community of certified consultants there. How do you see them going on this journey? Because it seems to me that that's a big change for them as well.
Yeah, so everybody takes the cloud journey at their own pace, right? And for bookkeepers in particular, this is an amazing opportunity for them to change their business in a really positive way. So normally a bookkeeper would drive around, visit 2, 3, 4 customers in a day, help them with their books. Now that you can do things on the cloud, they've got an opportunity to help 20 customers in a single day, right? That's a very, very big difference. And so their businesses are expanding in a major way, given that they can actually work from home.
Yeah, and that really changes the game for everyone, including the businesses too.
Yeah, so we have 20,000 or so partners in our ecosystem that help small businesses. Bookkeepers are one, accountants, retailers, but also developers. And we've got, we've had 450 people sign up recently to our new API. We've moved our API from the desktop now into the cloud. And so that's now a full-blown programmatic API. We just launched version 2 of that. So we're now seeing that innovation curve, move with the add-on market. So our developers are now writing add-on software to help the customers in the cloud achieve their objectives.
Right. Now, before we started the interview, you were telling me about your Pebble watch, and I find it interesting with those APIs of how do you see technologies like, not necessarily the watches, but smartphones coming together with your clients, say a plumber or a retailer or something like that, using this technology to tie into their point of sale and accounting systems?
So one thing we speak to lots of customers and we do lots of research. We've got 1.2 million businesses that use our software, so we have a really good opportunity to talk with a lot of people. And one thing we found is people don't necessarily want to do accounting in its fullness on every device.
I can understand that.
Right? And so we call them mobile moments. There are various times in your day that you'll be having a mobile handy or a tablet or a Pebble watch, and you'll have the opportunity to do something. And it might be talking to a customer, you need to look up something, it might be on the tram on the way to the city that you get to do something. So what is it that a business wants to do when each of those mobile moments appears?
Sure. Right?
And obviously for tradies, when they go to speak to a client, that's one opportunity. Maybe take a payment, maybe create an invoice for them. If it's a small business owner, you're doing your banking reconciliation, this transaction goes into this account.
Yeah.
Those kind of things are mobile moments. And I'm finding this watch amazingly helpful just in my day-to-day work as in business. When I get a call, it first hits my watch, and when I get a text message, I have a quick glance, and I can decide whether I want to answer it or deal with it before it disturbs me. And so I'd love to be able to know if someone pays an invoice. Oh, $20. Good to know, right? And so I think there's a lot of opportunity in this market with new devices. These things are only attached to your watch. Your watch is attached to your phone, and so your phone becomes like the hub and the brains behind some of the other devices you can have linked in, right? We're also seeing, especially in the web world, other mechanisms for data entry.
Yeah.
So a couple of things we've been experimenting with in some of our hackathons and innovation days is one is voice recognition.
Yeah.
So the Chrome browser today has voice recognition built in.
Right.
So you can speak to the browser and it can hear you. So we've been playing with interfaces that you're still using your keyboard, you're still using your mouse, but it's augmented by your voice. So you can maybe be scanning through and typing in some stuff, and you specify the account that should be coded to with your voice.
Yeah.
So we can do things like code holiday, code transactions, and you can pick an account based on what your voice is augmenting. So it basically becomes your third hand.
Okay. Yeah.
Then you look at gesture recognition. So there's a number of different technologies coming out that can actually watch what your hands are doing. And I, for one, speak a lot with my hands, so I find this very useful. But if you look at the Microsoft technology called Connect, I suspect that will be in every laptop within 2 years.
Right.
Like every single screen will have a camera at the top, and will have some kind of Connect technology that can scan and watch what you are doing, where your hands are. In 2 years' time, everyone will have that. So there's another opportunity for augmenting. And I suspect you'll see people sitting in cafes in a few years' time doing their accounts like this. It just will happen.
And getting some very odd looks from the waiters.
Well, the waiters will be doing it too. They'll be waving at their little pad saying, please order him a cappuccino.
Yep.
And he'll be watching that,
Right.
Table 2, cappuccino.
Yep. No, that's that. And one of the other technologies that we've been waiting on for probably 5 years now is NFC, near field communications. So you see that being built into MYOB products?
Absolutely. NFC, very powerful technology. I mean, I was experimenting on the weekend actually at a robot building workshop that I was at on the weekend. And so I made a little robot and I controlled it with my phone by passing it over a little sticker. So I had different stickers on the table, and as I passed my phone across each sticker, the robot would do a different action.
Yeah.
So imagine that now in the accounting world, where you are doing your books by moving, assigning accounts, for example, is a really easy one, right? You go as it steps through each account, you just move it to the position of your phone.
Right.
You're not speaking to it, you're not clicking, and just sitting back, moving your phone around. But in retail, NFC is going to be big. Like you'll walk up to a product, wave your phone in front. It'll tell you about the product, and it's right there. This is near field. It's about the particular product on the shelf. Up comes, oh, I'd like to buy that. Bam, you just buy it, right?
Right.
So in a way, it's a bit of a replacement to the QR codes we have today. You get it out, you select your QR application, and then you take the photo, and it detects it. It's similar to that, except you just wave your phone in front of it, and up comes the action. And so that will start being built into retail. Businesses will be using it all over their businesses to offer users more information, and I'm sure it'll start appearing in many applications.
Yeah. So where do you see MYOB being in 5 years with all of this?
I see us having all of this.
Right.
Potentially. We are very much driven by what our clients want.
Yeah.
And so when our clients tell us they want something, right, that's when we put it in the products. And what we do in the lead up, so 5 years earlier, is we start showing them prototypes of what is possible.
Yeah.
Right? For example, voice and gesture and NFC. We're playing with those things now, and we're showing our customers what is possible, and we're sensing where they, what their appetite would be for that kind of technology. And it basically comes down to the use case of, will it add and will it enhance their business, and will it make them more productive? And there'll be ways to use this kind of software, but it takes a bit of work, right? It takes you play with it, you see how it goes, you try it in different situations, and then once you find it, there's a good fit, that's when you put it into market. For example, we're doing that now with mobile. So we've been using mobile and experimenting with mobile and prototyping with our customers for a little while now, and now's the time. We're going to be putting out shortly. We're putting out a couple of mobile applications which allow people to just do some mobile moments on the road.
Right.
One of the very exciting things we're doing is payments. So this will be for the tradie taking a payment on the fly when they're actually at the customer site. That solves some of the cash flow problems that small businesses have. I mean, cash flow, a recent MYOB Business Monitor survey looked at some of the pain points in small business today. Number one is interesting right now is fuel prices, but number two is cash flow. And cash flow is always up there as a pain point for small business.